a construction company, a year-end audit, and 3 days before the audit team walk in, the finance system goes dark. Management call it ransomware attack. But an auditor job is to ask, is this cyber attack or is something else being erased? Every file begins with an ordinary meeting. Today, the audit team stepped in to begin their annual examination, completely unaware that they have just walked into a careful planned corporate deception.
Okay, Mr. Edino, Ms. Hidayah, as we've discussed in our planning meeting, today we will begin with the review of NOVABUILD financial statement for the year ended 31st December. We will need to access your general ledger, your account payable, aging schedule, and all supporting journal entries about our material threshold of 250,000.
Of course, Miss Mira, we are fully cooperative as always. You will find everything in perfect order. NOVABUILD has had a stellar financial year. Revenue is up to 80%. Isn't that right, Daya?
Yes, absolutely, Mr. Edino. The number looks very strong. We have compiled most of what you requested already.
We appreciate your cooperation. So our objective is simply to express an opinion on the fairness of the financial statement. So the audit is an independent process. We will verify the figure ourselves. Yeah.
Naturally, Miss Hidayah, here we will ensure you have the full access system by the afternoon. Okay. So, is there anything specific you are looking for?
Nothing specific at this stage. So basically, the routine audit procedure, we would like to see the reconciliation, bank confirmation, physical count for the inventory, and a review of related party transaction. So that's all the standard procedure.
Okay, excellent. Well, let me know if you need anything. My door is always open. You can come along. Okay, Hidayah, let's leave the registration up. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Dina, did you notice Miss Hidayah? She seemed incredibly nervous. And there's more. I actually reached out to her last night, right before the meeting began, to get our system login.
What did she say to you?
She looked hesitated. Like she looked over her shoulder and said there was a technical issue. She claimed the accounting system went down 3 days ago due to ransom attack. Most of the files are encrypted or deleted.
So 3 days ago, actually, right before we arrived, Mr. Edino just sat here bragging about an 18% revenue increase without mentioning anything of it.
That was my thought exactly.
Document everything, date the file note, and Amira, do not request any replacement data from Hidayah or her finance team yet. We do not want them to know exactly what we are looking for. When management discloses critical information casually and only after being questioned, that in itself is a major red flag. Under ISA 240, auditors are strictly required to maintain professional skepticism throughout the entire audit. Coincidence like a complete system failure right before the audit begins must be truly investigated, not simply assessed at a face value.
A simple story was told earlier. Now, that story has to be defended. And this is where the first crack begin to show.
Everyone, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I am deeply sorry for this inconvenience. It has been a nightmare for us. 3 days ago, our system was hit by a ransomware attack. All the financial record from the last quarter is gone. Encrypted. We have engaged a cybersecurity recovery firm, right?
2 to 3 weeks for recovery, I assume. And this happened 3 days before the audit commencement date.
Yes, Madam Nina. It caught us completely off guard. We were in the middle of preparing the final reconciliation. Now we have nothing to show you. It's a total disaster. So, Miss Hidayah, were the physical backup server also affected? I believe so, right, Mr. Ali?
Yes, the attack break through the drive as well.
And the automated cloud backup? Your IT policy documents state that NOVABUILD perform nightly automated cloud backup to a third-party server.
Synchronization error actually accurate to that very night. Very unfortunate timing.
So, Mr. Alif, you are the IT executive, right? So, and also Ms. Daya, you are the head of the finance department. So, can you walk me through the timeline? What time did the firewall flag that the unusual traffic?
Around 2 a.m.
And Ms. Hidayah, when were you notified?
I received a call from Mr. Edino early the next morning. He told me that server was wiped and that we shouldn't attempt to log in order to prevent further infection. Do you have the log from the firewall alert, the timestamp, the source's IP address?
The log. We also lost in the attack.
Of course they were. So, Mr. Edino and also Ms. Hidayah, we will need your formal written consent to allow an independent digital forensic specialist to examine your physical server.
Is that really necessary? We have already engaged the recovery firm, isn't it?
Of course, it is entirely necessary under the Company Act 2016. So, if you refuse, then we will be required to issue a significant scope limitation in our audit report. So, Ms. Hidayah, as a member of the professional accounting body, so I'm sure you understand the implication of a scope limitation, right?
Mr. Edino, a scope limitation will apply to the board activity.
Fine. You have our consent. Let's go.
When the client's explanation shift and are consistent, claiming the system was attacked, then backup will compromise, and then log vanish, auditors are required to escalate this procedure. Under ISA 500, audit evidence must be both sufficient and appropriate. If management restrict access, ISA 705 mandate that the auditor consider a modification to the audit opinion.
They claim the data was destroyed forever, but in the digital world, nothing is truly lost. Third-party server records are about to tell a completely different story.
Azanti, what are you seeing in the firewall traffic logs?
When a real hacker attack a network, they leave footprint coming from the outside. But look here, firewall log mirror at the ISP level. I obtained this record directly from the internet service provider this morning.
Oh, so what do they show?
Okay. On the night of the alleged attack between 1:47 a.m. and 2:15 a.m., there was a massive 14 gigabyte outbound data transfer from NOVABUILD internet server to an external personal cloud storage account. This file weren't encrypted on site. They were exported.
And then deleted?
Exactly. And it gets better. According to the Windows event log at 1:52 a.m., a user with administrator credential logged in locally. Someone physically set right here or connected a direct device.
Administrator access is shared.
Yes, but only 3 accounts have this specific credential. Yours, the CFO's, and the finance manager. And the login session used at 1:52 a.m. belong directly to account ID E_awang_CFO.
So it was the CFO credential.
But there is the catch. Mira, I also reviewed the internal finance access log. 5 minutes before the admin deletions, Miss Hidayah used the account logged in remotely to run a full data extractions of the accounts payable ledger.
Hidayah account attracted the ledger right before Adino account deleted it.
Precisely. There was no ransomware attack. This was a coordinate internal data wipe. This is a classic blunder by perpetrator trying to cover financial track with a cyber excuse. Traffic log stored at the ISP level cannot be wiped by the company itself. That is why digital forensic evidence is nearly impossible to completely destroy.
The evidence has been gathered. Now it's time for the confession. And as with the most cases in this file, the truth comes not from the mastermind, but from someone caught in the crossfire.
Miss Hidayah, I'm speaking to you now not just as an auditor but as a fellow professional. So the digital forensic log show that your personal credentials were used to extract the entire account payable ledger at 1:47 a.m. minutes before the system was wiped using Mr. Adino ID.
Madam Dina, please, I didn't want to do it. Hidayah, tell us what happened. Mr. Edino pressured me. Months ago, he forced me to authorize a series of massive payments to a vendor named Primasari Resource. Over 5 million in total was flagged as consultancy fee. When I asked him about the deliverable, about the contract, he just told me to mind my own business if I wanted to keep my job.
And what is Primasari Resources?
I did my own digging. It's like a shell company that was registered to Mr. Edino brother-in-law. There were no consultants. It was entirely fake. When the audit date was finalized, Edino panicked. So he knew that you would ask for the invoice and also sample the transaction. So he ordered the system to be wiped. So he told me to download the ledger backup so we could restore and alter version after the audit team left, and he also forced Alif to disable the cloud sync and also run the deletion script. I knew it was wrong, but I was terrified of being implicated.
Hidayah, so by complying, you are implicated. Concealing information from auditor is a civil offence under Section 574 of the Companies Act 2016. Your best course of action right now is full disclosure and a formal written statement.
I will write it. I will write everything. I just want this nightmare to be over.
This aligns perfectly with the fraud triangle proposed by Cressy in 1953. Edino provided the opportunity, access to override system control, and the pressure, which was the fear of detection. That pressure spilled over onto Hidayah, an employee who felt desperate to comply before ultimately trying to rationalize the action as a matter of professional survival.
Every file eventually reached this exact moment. The second mastermind realized the game is over.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where is my finance manager? We have a number to review.
Miss Hidayah will not be joining us, Mr. Edino, but she has left us with a very true signed confession.
I beg your pardon.
So, this is ISP log showing 14.3 gigabytes of data extracted by Miss Daya's account, followed immediately by a local deletion script run under your ID E_awang_CFO.
This is absolutely nonsense. Hidayah is unstable employee. She's sitting me that my password must have been stolen.
We have verified the matching transaction. 5.1 million paid to Primasari Resources in Berhad, a company owned by your brother-in-law. We have the full trail recovered from local data fragments.
You have no right to do this, okay?
We are withdrawing from this engagement effective immediately, Mr. Edino. Our withdrawal letter detailing this fraud will be sent to the Board of Directors, the Companies Commission of Malaysia, and the Malaysia Anti-Corruption Commission by the end of this day.
This fight does not end in this boardroom. It ends, like so many other cases, in court. Following the audit firm report, the Company Commission of Malaysia (SSM) and the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) launched a full investigation into Edino Awang and Primasari Resource Sendram Berhad. Edino was charged under the Company Act 2016 for providing false information to auditor and obstructing a statutory investigation. Hidayah, who cooperated fully on a submitted a written confession, served as a key prosecution witness. This case has also become a benchmark reference for other audit firms on the vital importance of digital forensic procedure whenever a cyber attack is alleged right before an audit begins. And just like every episode of File Mahkamah, we don't close a case file without extracting its lesson. Here, the audit team and Hidayah herself speak directly to you.
Hello and welcome to our debrief. What you just watched was a classic corporate fraud scenario where management attempts to use a modern excuse, a cyber attack, to hide old-fashioned financial statement fraud.
As auditor, our primary weapon is professional skepticism, ISA 200. When management presents an excuse that is too convenient, look closer.
And remember, modern auditing requires a solid grasp of digital forensic. Data is never truly gone. Deleting a ledger does not wipe the network logs, ISP records, or system event histories.
From a corporate governance standpoint, my character represents the tragic reality of employee pressure. So under the fraud triangle, pressure can push good professionals into doing terrible things. Never let management override internal controls and always fiercely protect your professional ethics.
When fraud is uncovered, our duty under ISA 240 and the Companies Act 2016 are explicitly clear. We do not stay silent. We report to those charged with governance and we report to the law.
That's all for this case file. Until the next episode, stay skeptical, stay ethical. This is a court file.